In this video, we are going to work on evaluating algebraic expressions. To evaluate an algebraic expression, use substitution to replace the variable with a number. Let's take a look at this expression. We have 3x minus 4, 4x equals 10. That means that we are going to substitute 10 in for that x. So our problem or our expression becomes now 3 times 10, and I'm going to put 10 in parentheses to show that I'm substituting it in for x, minus 4. Well, I know that order of operations says 3 times 10 is 30 minus 4. And so then I know 30 minus 4 is 26. So evaluating 3x minus 4 for x equals 10 ends up to be 26. Let's take a look at this subtraction expression. 11 minus s, 4s equals 2, which means that I'm going to substitute 2 in for s. So I'm going to take 11 minus 2, and again, I'm going to put it in parentheses to show that I'm substituting that 2 in for the s. Well, the only thing I need to do is subtract, so 11 minus 2 is 9. So evaluating 11 minus s for s equals 2 is 9. This expression has two variables in it. So I have 4 parentheses g minus h parentheses plus 10 when g equals 12 and h equals 7. So that means I'm going to substitute 12 in for g, and I'm going to substitute 7 in for h. So when I rewrite it, I have 4 parentheses, and then I'm going to put 12 in here, minus 7 here, plus 10. Well, again, order of operations says that I am going to do what's in parentheses first. So I'm going to start here and take 12 minus 7. 12 minus 7 is 5. And then 4, and since there is no operation here, that means multiplication, and then plus 10. So again, order of operations say that I do multiplication first. So that would be 4 multiplied by 5, which is 20. Still have my addition, plus 10. And then the last part, I would take 20 plus 10. And when I take 20 plus 10, I end up with 30. So when I evaluate this expression for when g equals 12 and h equals 7, I come up with 30. Let's take a look at this one. This one has 3 variables in it. So when I'm going to substitute here, for z would be 7, for x would be 4, and for y would be 9. So when I rewrite this, I would have 42 minus 5 and 7 goes in for my z, plus 3 parentheses, 4 goes in for x, plus 9 goes in for y. Now I need to solve this. And again, order of operations says that whatever is in my parentheses, I do first. So that's here. 4 plus 9 is 13. So now I have 42 minus 5 times 7 plus 3. And again, there's no symbol here or operation here. And that would be multiplication. And then it says that I do multiplication or division. And when I look here, I have multiplication here and I have multiplication here. So we have 42 minus 5 times 7 is 35, or excuse me, 35, plus 3 times 13 is 39. Now I have addition and subtraction, and I go left to right with that. And so when I look at here, I've got 42 minus 35, which gives me 7, plus 39 is still left. So 7 plus 39 would give me 46. So when I evaluate this expression by substituting x equals 4, y equals 9, and z equals 7, I get 46. Now, let's take a look at this situation. It says a bike shop charges $7 per hour to rent a bike. Write an expression that represents how much it would cost to rent a bike for h hours. How much will it cost to rent a bike for 3 hours, for 5 hours, and for 11 hours? Well, it says here that it charges $7 per hour, and I'm going to rent a bike for h hours. Well, if I know it's $7 per hour, that means it's 7 times the number of hours. But again, I'm not going to use my multiplication sign. So when I write this, I'm going to write it as 7h. So now the first part here says I want to rent the bike for 3 hours. So that would be 7 multiplied by 3, because I'm substituting my 3 in for h, and that would be $21, because 7 multiplied by 3 is 21. My next situation there, it says that I am going to rent it for 5 hours. So again, I would take 7 and multiply it by 5, because again, I'm substituting that in for h. 7 multiplied by 5 is 35. So it would cost me $35 for 5 hours. Next one says that, well, what if it's 11 hours? Well, again, I'm going to keep my 7 the same, multiplied by 11, because that's my number of hours that I'm substituting in for h. 7 times 11 is 77. So it would cost me $77.